Hi, people. Good morning, good evening, whatever time zone you have. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our another YouTube episode. Yay! All right, I have a lot of inspiration to share with you. I've been through so many experiences, I've been through so much just in such a short period of time. I have a lot to say, and I know you've been waiting that for a while. And right now, a little updates. I'm living in a 5-star hotel, which is, you can see, it's crazy beautiful. And you know how I got here? By manifestation, by pure manifestation, because I cannot call it anything else. Literally, there's no another explanation. Just recently I finished my yearly contract with my villa where I was living back in Ubud, and right now I'm in Seminyak area here. If you know, this area is in Bali. And I was like traveling from one place to another, staying like few nights there, sometimes hanging up with friends, and it's been a little bit unstable, but I actually I gave myself the time for exploration of being in a time and being in the stage where I'm not stable, like where I don't have home, where I'm like homeless. And it was the biggest trigger for me. It was the biggest trigger, the biggest fear. What I had is like to not have my permanent home somewhere out there, because I'm in Bali right now and I'm not from Bali. I don't have a property here or something, so I always been renting something, but it was for long term. And since this year, I decided to level up all my knowledges, to level up my energy, to level up myself completely as a person and as a teacher. I need to go into all my fears and face them literally, and look them into the eyes. Yes, it was terrifying, it was horrible, but what the key point was that I found the support inside me. I stopped to look for support somewhere else, somewhere outside, in someone, in something, because the stability is illusion. It's illusion as everything else. It's illusion as black and white, as duality concept, is illusion of addictions and everything, all the games of this matrix. So the stability is another illusion of whole this game of life. And I was like, okay, well, I was trying to create this illusion for myself, but still it's another level when we not being honest with ourselves, when we really lying to ourselves, just to keep this brain down, just to shut these thoughts down, all this blah blah blah, constant mess in this part of your body, right? What's exploding you, what's just tearing you apart all the time. We're creating these illusions by ourselves, actually, just to avoid this mess, to avoid the anxiety, to avoid this shaking hands all the time, right? But what the consciousness is and what the awareness is, when you do realize that, when you do understand that I'm creating these games by myself to take away this character, again, what I have created, like for example this Sandra character, to get out the Sandra character of this one game and put it into the other. Yeah. So the biggest thing is to get out of all the games, and then you start to realize that you've been in a rat race all these times, being covered by one illusion, by another illusion, by another illusion, being in this concept of gaming, in this gaming universe. You just realize that to stop for real all this mess, all this constant ups and downs in your life, you just need to stop playing. And how to stop playing is to go into your biggest fears and let the worst case scenarios happen. Exactly, let it happen and see how it goes. Because for our brain, there is no definition between something little happening, which is scares me just for a teeny tiny bit, towards, okay, here I'm going to die. So for the brain, this box, it doesn't have this scenario lines, this other circumstantial points on the way. For our brain, it's that straightforward machine, which is, okay, a little danger, a little stress, boom, I'm dying, I'm dead. And the biggest fear of all human beings is to die. It's to end the life, the end the being. And it doesn't need to have all the other points. It reacts on the smallest stress. So if your smallest stress, for example, as it was for me, to leave my stable home and to go into the middle of nowhere, and you hesitating all the time, and you've been so much afraid that you will lose yourself, you will lose the connection, and you will end up with nothing. So your brain will always drag you into this point of death, that I'm going to die. So it's always will chase the thought, the idea that I want to prevent my death, rather than to set up your brain, to shift your brain into, I want to thrive, I want to elevate, I want to become a better version of myself, I want to become more educated, more smart, and I want to hack this matrix. Shifting the centers, shifting the points of attention from avoiding death in front of any smallest stress, just to try to keep myself out of stress. Yeah, one scenario. Another scenario, let the stress happen, let anything in this life, what possibly can be, let it happen, and on top of that, surf towards your elevation, towards your thrive. Can you see the difference between this concept? The point is, we can never ever avoid the entire stress in our lives. We can never ever just to hide ourselves from all the potential danger or potential disorders what might happen in the life. It's impossible. The life is full of this movements, this motion, right? I don't call it bad or good, positive or negative, because this is another concept as illusion, as a game of matrix. But we can talk in another video about that. If you want me to talk about the duality concept, the black and white, the positive and negative, please comment below and I will reveal this topic more. But for now, I want to tell you exactly about the thing is avoiding the stress, running out from stress, and being in this survival mode all the time, which is you never can enjoy, you never can be present, you never can stay fully aware of the moment you are right now, fully centered. You cannot. Which is another part, again, you accept everything, you accept all the possible tension, all the possible discomfort zones, you accept it, and you build yourself on top of that. So can you see, you can actually use this as a ground. All the stress, all the inconveniences in life, all the challenges, what might happen in your way, if you choose this way, you can use it as your trampoline, as your basement, as your background from what you can jump, from actually what you can move, what can help you to move on. this is exactly the concept of manifestation, which is I'm talking right now in my Instagram every day, because I am right now the perfect example of how exactly this manifestation method, what I'm inventing and I'm using on my personal life works, and you can see it in a direct experience. For example, as this hotel, 5-star hotel, I'm living here. I'm not just renting it for one night, I'm living here. And I have full service. I have anything I need in a distance of one call. And I do some work, of course I do some work, but it's not like I've been doing over to exhaust myself and to make myself like completely dead out of work. And no, I just got a right client, I just got a right deal here, I just got a right communication here, bam. Yes, this is the circumstances which is exactly on a physical plane helps to make it happen. But behind that, how did I come to it? How did I approach to it? It happened here. It happened exactly in my brain. It happened by manifesting all these things what I'm having right now. The time when I'm flying in helicopter, the time when my customers, when my clients bringing me roses like that is huge. Another manifestation, grateful clients, beautiful life, invitations all over the places. I even been in a fashion show recently. I have no idea how I got there. I got invited, I got dressed up, I got a crown in my head, bam, I'm there. I'm in front of flashing lights, I'm in front of cameras, I'm in front of people, and I'm smiling and I'm being happy and I'm sharing my vibe and everybody happy. So this is another thing how the manifestation method works. So you guys, I hope today I highlighted for you that teeny tiny part about manifestation, about how it's important to work inside this box, to work inside your brain, and to let this energy to come through you and let yourself be free from fears of any inconveniences, of any circumstances. Because remember, everything what's happening in your life happening in a good reason for you. It's happening how it meant to be, and the God doing every single step towards you, to help you, to support you, to make you thrive and to make you elevate. Remember that. And when you will settle this idea, not just in your mind, but inside your heart, you will have more trust towards the life. You will have more faith towards your journey, towards your destination point. And finally, you will let yourself to be guided by angels and by divine. And the miracle start happens. And of course, it start happens first here, then here, and then here. Okay, so I'm looking forward to have your comments, to have your questions, and I will promise to answer to all questions what you're going to ask me, and I'm going to highlight this topic more and more, and I'm going to post in my Instagram, and inshallah I will make the TikTok channel soon, inshallah. Just too busy. I've been too busy living my best life, living the dream life I'm having right now. Yes, and I'm going to reveal this subject more and more, because this is the pure magic in planet Earth, what every one of you, each one of you, can be able to experience in your life. Bam. So, blessed be my darlings. Have a beautiful life being. Have a beautiful moments. Have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever you have. Love is always with you. Coach Sandra always with you. I love you all. And see you in the next videos.